So welcome to week 7, video number 3. And we're going to start at slide number 13, performance management. So performance management means employee evaluations, giving feedback to employees who are struggling, or helping employees set goals and helping support them achieve their career goals or department goals. Okay, so usually when you have a job and you have a supervisor, there might be feedback. These evaluations, when you first start, they're going to be fairly regular. They might be weekly, monthly, quarterly. And depending on what kind of place you work at, they're going to be scheduled regularly. There's going to be a specific form that needs to be filled out where you'll set goals and you'll get feedback and you'll ask for help where you're struggling, or make sure that you identify things you've done really well. So this can be a really challenging thing to do as a supervisor, is to give people regular feedback or to discuss things beyond those annual or semi-annual meetings when there's a performance issue that's impacting the work in the department, right? So whether the person is causing conflict or they're not reaching their goals. You can't wait until the 6 month or the 1 year performance review to chat about them. So when you have an issue with performance, I would recommend that you address it as soon as possible. Okay, and these are some of the things that I would suggest you do. This is kind of your action plan. And for an example of what that might look like, I want you to watch this video. Okay, so performance management, 6 simple steps. So it has kind of a first go, which doesn't work very well, and a second go, which works a little bit better. And then after you watch it, you know what you got to do. Click here to complete the drag and drop assessment. Okay, so do that. Now, that's one approach. Another approach, though, is maybe something called the coach approach. And there are multiple ways to deal with things. But this is another way you could deal with some conflict in the workplace. And I think this one's especially appropriate if you are maybe a lead in a unionized environment or you're a mentor. You can even use this approach in your day-to-day life with your family and friends. So I encourage you to watch this video, okay, and see if this one maybe appeals more to you than the hardcore supervisor approach, okay. I didn't make a check for understanding for that one, but I encourage you to take a look at it. These look like the same charts, but they're not quite the same. So I'm asking you, which response would you choose? And I'm just trying to get you to think about, do you have to deal with every single issue that you see in the workplace, and why or why not? You might want to argue that. All right, I'm going to stop here and come back and finish up with the last slides, because this is where there's also a homework assignment buried in. So I'll see you and be talking to you again in a moment